Imagine a world where the laws of physics just stop working. For a few minutes, gravity takes a break, and what goes up stays up. This isn't science fiction. This happened in Inverness, Scotland, during the bitter winter of 1974. On the night of January 18th, a heavy snow had already blanketed the city. Around 9:17 p.m., more flakes started to fall. It was a typical, peaceful winter scene. Then, the impossible occurred. The snow stopped falling and began to rise. At first, people thought it was just a gust of wind, but this was different. Witnesses described perfect vertical columns of snow lifting from the ground, from rooftops, even from the shoulders of their coats, ascending silently into the dark sky. A bus conductor, Elspeth McRae, told the local paper, "I thought I'd gone strange in the head." The snow wasn't blowing, it was climbing. A crowd gathered, watching in stunned silence as the ground seemed to exhale winter back into the heavens. There was no wind, no sound, just a steady, upward drift. For 6 minutes, this eerie spectacle continued. Then, as suddenly as it began, it stopped. Gravity returned. The streets were now strangely bare, as if an invisible eraser had wiped the town clean. Just outside the city, however, the fields remained buried in white. It was like a very specific, invisible boundary had been drawn. Scientists from the UK Met Office arrived and offered an explanation. A rare localized thermal inversion, a column of rising warm air, they said. But locals weren't convinced. The air was freezing cold. The snow rose in straight lines, not turbulent spirals. And how could warm air lift snow off a person's coat? The official story just didn't add up. That's when the old folklore resurfaced. Highland legends speak of the breath of the sky, a moment when the sky inhales to correct an imbalance, often preceding a great change or a disappearance. The stories were dismissed as superstition until 3 days later. A 19-year-old local man, Callum Fraser, vanished without a trace. His bicycle was found near a bridge, but he was never seen again. Police found no connection, but some locals whispered that the sky had taken something to balance what it had returned. To this day, the event leaves behind strange legacies. For decades, magnetic interference was reported along the very street where the snow rose. A patch of one rooftop has never held snow since. And photos from that night show bizarre white streaks moving upward. Was it a 1 in a billion atmospheric event? A geophysical surge from the Great Glen Fault line? Or was it something else, something the old storytellers understood? As they say, the sky only borrowed what it once gave. And sometimes it forgets to give it back. What do you think happened that night in Inverness? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more strange stories.